This is one of two logos being used for advertising the Hunger Games. The trilogy book series and the current Hollywood film with the same name is intended for initiating the world's youth into the Luciferian doctrines of the New World Order. The film opened on March 23rd, which is 3 days after the Northern Hemisphere spring vernal equinox that witches and Satanists everywhere celebrate as a high and holy day, a time when they offer blood ritual sacrifices to their master Lucifer Satan. Presumably, throughout the 3-day period between March 20th and 23rd, child sacrifices were being performed in greater than usual abundance in preparation of the Illuminati-promoted film debut. Soul Esprit here, GetPerfectWisdom.com. The Illuminati globalists massively advertise this book and film to sell millions of book copies and break box office records. These are the upper echelon generational crime families of the world that I have written about in several of my books, and who are at the pinnacle of the world's international child abduction and pornography industry. The movie is thus overtoned with subtle hints of child pornography, as exemplified by the image displayed on your screen. Look closely at the face of the girl Jennifer Lawrence, playing the character of Katniss Everdeen in the film. Notice the superimposed shadow cast on her left cheek. Can you discern its shape? Look at the subtle detail in the shadow, and the positioning of the end of the shadow in relation to her silicone-augmented lips. Can there now be any doubt whatsoever about the real meaning behind the Hunger Games book and film project? It is blatant child pornography. Why has nobody noticed this and exposed it? The pornographic imagery was hidden in plain view, and who but a true servant of God or a Luciferian initiate could see it? Yet it appears that the Illuminati child-sacrificing pornographers are not so subtle after all. They are no longer hiding their intentions behind words and symbols with double and triple meanings, which is typical of the global controllers who set the agenda for promoting, through their Hollywood media, the group psychopathology of the current world culture. Presently, as all of humanity are about to enter into the globalist redesigned New World Order of total government tyranny, they have come out of hiding and are more bold in openly displaying their true intentions. You, the listener, must realize that the purpose of the graphic scenes of violence in the Hunger Games is to psychologically traumatize the viewer. When a child or young adult's mind is severely traumatized by any of various means, including viewing explicit images of death and destruction, such as are seen in the Hunger Games, the child compartmentalizes this experience by forming separate personalities to deal with the trauma. The emerging result is a dysfunctional personality without a conscience, devoid of emotions, or what is known in the literature as a psychopath. Serial killers are psychopaths. They lack empathy. They are devoid of any sense of remorse and do not care who they hurt in order to get what they want. Some of them are notorious killers, but most psychopaths appear as perfectly normal and function unnoticed within mainstream society. Many of those in positions of authority in your community are closet psychopaths. Nearly all in higher positions of government are psychopaths. The decision makers at the very top of the Illuminati hierarchy are calculating, manipulative, habitual liars, and they can be charming. Most politicians at all levels of government are textbook charming psychopaths. They are totally unconcerned about what happens to other people and are only concerned about themselves, striving for unmerited power by getting reelected or reappointed. They are very adept at maintaining the illusion of their normalcy by mimicking emotions, but they do not feel anything real. They never feel sorry for their evil deeds. Look into the dark, coal-black eyes of a political psychopath, and you'll see what I mean. Such a diabolical personality is often made, not born that way. For more on this intriguing subject, read my book, 7 Who Dared. This is the intent of the Hunger Games: to create in a child viewing the film a traumatized, conscienceless psychopathic personality, one that lacks any concern for the suffering of others, one who views extreme violence and murder from a detached perspective as if it were only happening on TV and therefore isn't real. The Hunger Games movie is a group psychological experiment for desensitizing children to graphic scenes of extreme violence and for inducing mass psychopathology in millions of young people who constitute the next generation that will submit to the New World Order depicted in this dystopian Illuminati movie. It's merely a rehearsal for reenacting in their own lives what they have seen in an Illuminati movie in Hollywood. The publisher of the Hunger Games book series, Scholastic, which also produced the Harry Potter Witchcraft Indoctrination series, as well as many other books promoting witchcraft and the occult, market this mind-controlled indoctrination through our educational system. Witchcraft and Satanism are being taught to millions of children in elementary schools under the pretext of being literature. This is how decadent our society has become. And the children's parents, as decadent as the Illuminati books and films, are too biblically illiterate to know the difference or even to care. The parents or guardians are every bit as much child abusers as are the Illuminati mind control freaks. They abuse their children without even knowing it, allowing them to be vaccinated and with diseases, feeding them a diet laced with food additives such as aspartame, MSG, genetically modified ingredients, and fluoride and lithium in their drinking water. This is child abuse. Allowing them to participate in today's satanic culture is child abuse. Sending their children to anti-God, government-controlled public schools is child abuse. Raising children in the New World Order false Christian church is child abuse. Today's dumbed-down, self-absorbed, egocistic parents are society's chief child abusers. Christianity is forbidden to be taught in schools, but the Harry Potter witchcraft manuals and the Hunger Games mind-shattering tutorial are required reading in public schools. In failing to speak out against this perversity of justice, those professing Christianity in modern America are not only technically child abusers, but they truly deserve the judgment wrath of God. Hollywood films are the main venue for infusing a prepackaged agenda into the vacuous minds of teenagers born and raised in today's satanic culture. Just a casual review of online comments by adolescents anticipating seeing the Hunger Games movie reveals these children are literally insane. The word awesome is overworked to such an extreme that one is led to the conclusion that it comprises better than 50% of their total vocabulary repertoire. Their alarming lack of discernment can only be the consequence of the extent to which their minds have been infused with the dark religion of the Hollywood mind control machine. The bloody massacre of children by children isn't awesome. It's sick, and to the highest degree. Instead of the adolescent viewers crying and sobbing in mental anguish, they sit in a darkened theater and gurgle accolades like, "Cool, awesome, exciting, looks like a lot of fun." This is classic group insanity. And in like manner, you adults are being manipulated by what you see and hear on TV and at the movie theaters. In the controlled news media, the Illuminati globalist simple-minded cliché of "the terrorists are coming" has conditioned a world culture to believe whatever they see or hear on TV. "We will protect you, just surrender your freedom," is the message mantra they are conveying to a public that has been charmed to sleep by decades of television and movie propaganda. Don't let them mind manipulate you with childish cliches and political slogans. Get rid of your TV. Literally toss it into the garbage dumpster. It will be the best thing you could ever do to disconnect the electronic circuitry that links directly to your brain, controlling your thoughts, emotions, and actions. It is through the TV in your home that world controllers are able to transform you and your children into their unwitting slave. You don't believe that? Just pull the plug for a week and see if the world looks any differently. Read the 1611 King James Bible during your former stoop tube time, and you will positively glow with newfound wisdom. Try it. You'll see. The wisdom of God Almighty dictates, don't participate in the decadent culture. Avoid the movies and videos. Dump your TV. It won't hurt. You won't die. Really. Just think of all the tens of thousands of hours you have wasted throughout your life being passively programmed by the swirling spirits of media propaganda, tailor-made just for you. Without the TV in your house, you might awaken from the mind-fog deep sleep that you have been lulled into, and that would cause your controllers to tremble in a frenzy of utter terror. "What will we do now?" they will all decry in unison, fearing for their lives. "How will we program them what to think, what to feel, what to do? We've lost our hold on them. Oh no, we're doomed." Yes, Illuminati? Without a television in every home, you and your diabolical plan are doomed.